Hi everyone, this is the Psychic Sleuth, and I'm here today to do a second reading on Dulce Maria. And I do have to say that I did say it right a few times on her first reading. I just wasn't sure which way you say it. So I tried it both ways, and again, sorry I had gotten that wrong. But I did want to call her Maria anyways, because I guess that's what she did go by sometimes. Just to remind you guys that the readings can be past, present, and future, and symbolic, especially with kids. Things can have multiple meanings, and also be areas passed around the way to, like directions or surrounding area, or validated area, or it could be somewhere that this guy goes or lives, or someplace that is connected to her family. A lot of the names that I get, can surround their homes or anything like that. I do try my best to get the best accurate information that I can, but remember, all spirits and readings are different in the way that things are communicated and said. So it's how we perceive the information. Also, as I've stated multiple times, I don't have great recording equipment, so I kind of just got to deal with what I have. I have a tablet that has crappy video, and you're not supposed to be really watching anyways. You're listening to the information. I do try to go as slow as I can, but as I tell you guys, I have backup in the group, and it was posted way back then. So I usually post things in the group way before I'm able to get a video out for certain reasons. I've had a really tough time lately, and so I'm doing the best that I can. So back to what I was saying. I did draw a picture. It's in the group. Let me try to see if I can get it for you guys and see if you guys can see it. It's the vision I keep getting, and it doesn't change. It keeps repeating. So that's why I think it's right. And I've got info on her prior in just about every reading. There's something that can match hers, or there's repeating information that I get here that I've gotten before. So I'll try to post it at the end. I have screenshots of everything in the group. I try to keep really good track in there, so I don't want people talking crap and saying that, I got it after the fact or whatever. And for the haters, I really don't care what you have to say to me. If you don't like my videos, just don't watch them. That's all I gotta say. It's not about you guys. It's about me trying to find this little girl, because she's what's important right now. And also, this doesn't really have anything to do with her speaking Spanish either, because there's no language barrier with spirit. Not all is going to fit her, as I've stated multiple times as I get interconnects. And I keep telling you guys, back in Delphi, I got a lot of cases, past, present, and future, that I didn't know at the time. And I also had someone drawn up back then that could fit this description. That was over 2 years ago. He seems to, in my mind's eye anyways. So spirit has their way of doing things. Similarities in cases causes interconnects, whether it be a name, similar area. Like I said, Andrea and Erica both went missing by a zoo, as well as she did. So that could be a reason why there's interconnects, as well as similarities in, the race or whatever. So that's what causes the interconnects. Why they work that way, I don't know. It's unique. I know it's kind of confusing, but once you kind of understand how it works, it's easier to get. So, names can also be connections. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the guy, but it could be connections to the guy. Or everyone is innocent until proven guilty. These are just my psychic medium impressions. Okay, I really don't know how well you can see this, because like I said, my tablet has a crappy thing, but there's one posted in the group. Anyways, there's like a dirt road, and then there's a puddle. I don't know if it's always there, but it could be just there at the time that I was doing the reading. There's reference to a big oak tree, and that keeps coming in strong. I don't know why. And then the fence, like that would keep out cattle, or keep cattle in, or something, horses or whatever, in a certain area. And then tall grass. So that's the thing that I kept getting that's repeating. She's very good with description, but as far as names are concerned, it's a little hard to get like a name of where she is. I keep trying, but I don't know if maybe I'm trying too hard, or she just doesn't really know how to say it, pronounce it, read it, or exactly where she is, or it might be an unnamed road. And when you see the last reading that I've done, it might kind of make more sense. So the first thing that she shows me was her running down a dirt road, and she's wanting me to follow her, and there are trees on either side. Before that, I was hearing something about a basement or something, but I really didn't understand. She shows me in the distance. She's standing and pointing. Looks like a larger body of water. You can see it over the trees. There's sand, I think, around water, but the water is kind of like bluish green. And this is in the distance. It's not like right where she is. I don't know if it's hard for her to give names or if she's more visual, but I try not so hard sometimes, because there are a lot of unnamed roads too. She gives the number 12 and 15 again and shows me 55. I get the name Justin or something like that, and the name Tommy's. The name Lilac, the name Bear, the word Hopkins, the word Ridge, and then Ridgecrest. I don't really think it belongs here, but it could. Ends up there was an earthquake there the next day that was small, so I don't know. I don't really know if it's going to fit here or not. Like I said, not everything is going to fit this reading, just like all the other. The word abduction, the words I know him, the words I hear uncle, and I've heard that multiple times. It's also come in my girls' EVPs. Hear uncle, friend. So I don't know if it's just a connection to the uncle or something like that. Hear the words rockabye again. Hear the word Jesus, but the way it sounds like a Spanish name, like Jesus. 2 colors, burgundy and white. The word fish says he fishes. See him again. He's a bit chubby, meaning his face is rounder, and he's got a hat on, talking about being MIA or acting strange. The name Louis or Louise, maybe even both. The word shoreline, the word bravery. I see the flag again waving in the wind. The number 58 and 47. 47 came way back in another reading. I don't know if they have prune trees or they prune trees in New Jersey, but I hear prune trees, so I don't know if that means like prune trees or they're pruning trees. Flashes the Denny sign again, hearing out of the way, so I don't think she's in Bridgeton. If she is, she might be just right out. Like I said, some of these readings kind of make it confused, because if I'm getting interconnects, I kind of just have to pick and choose. So if she is, I'll be amazed if she's in Bridgeton. I keep getting the sense that he ran with her because he knew people were looking for him, and he didn't want to be sticking around and getting caught. So he wanted his privacy and to be away from the area. I think he put something around her mouth and tied her up, because I see her in the back of a bigger vehicle. It feels roomy. Weird. Sorry about that. Cats don't like personal space. So I heard Ford Explorer. I don't know if somebody has a vehicle. It could, like I said, could be a vehicle just connected to connections. Like things that I get, or it might not even fit this case. So I heard Ford Explorer. If it's not, then it's similar. But I also heard these words. So I think he acquired a different vehicle, or it's not the same one people are looking for. Hear the word Vineland and word special. I see him sniffing I don't know how to put this, undergarments, so he's that type of person. Talks about him keeping trophies in him. I wonder about this because I saw that in Delphi Auto Rights about those 2 last things that I mentioned, so I do think I got stuff about him way back in Delphi, or about the situation. Hear the word jade. Hear the word scream. I see water on the side of the road like a puddle. Okay, but in the distance, like I said, there's a larger lake or body of water. I get a reference to Millville, and then corn, reference to suede shoes, you know, that song Blue Suede Shoes. Hearing that song, but I don't know if they're blue or not. Also showing me a cowboy hat and a baseball cap. I think he's got a black and a brown one. Also showing me him on top of a horse. I get a reference to cowboy boots, brown, and then I'm shown work shoes that are also like a tan color with ridges. Hear the word blossom, the word telepath. This probably won't fit here, but maybe. Tippecanoe. See beer bottles and the smell of someone who's been drinking. Mixed with the smell of someone who works on things and in the field. I think he does work in the fields or on a farm, or maybe even his own, or maybe it's just to kind of talk about where she is, because I smell Roundup as well as weird as that sounds, but I used to work on a farm, so I kind of know how it smells, and then manure type smell from fertilizer. I don't know if they spray the fields there, but I see him wearing the type of gear mask, and it's white. This came in the other day, is reading, and I don't know how it fits, but she couldn't take it, but the word Barbie. So I don't know if she had one or something. There's another reason for it. Someone's name, like I said. Okay, this is getting weird, but visions from my dream about mannequins or dolls. I did have a weird dream about finding mannequins that were buried, and I had thought it was someone. So that's kind of weird. I don't know if it's symbolic or what, but I was getting a reference to that. Also, back in Delphi, I did get a reference to dolls as well, and I thought it, but so I don't know. That was really weird. So, like I said, I got dolls in Delphi. I don't know if it's symbolic, but I also heard the word payback. Could be just because it was thought of or brought up as well, because I will get things that surround the case of what's being talked about or whatever. But I'm not really sure, because he does feel like a pedo. At the same time, still see and feel him watching her at different times in his life and in her life, and I see him talking to the family. So I don't know, the guy seems nice and innocent, but he's not. I feel he's done work for them or something, and I see he's been around her. I see her running in circles on the grass, and she's got this thing that she's holding up and waving it around. It's a stick with those ribbon things on the end of it. If you wave it, they fly around, so I don't know how to describe it, but she's running and waving it in the wind. It's a stick with ribbons attached, and he's watching her. And again, odd jobs as well as landscape. See him pruning roses. The word Escabon. Word here weird. I heard the word neighbor, but I feel connected to uncle, and neighbor can be anyone that lives in the proximity. I don't know. Creepy, this guy watching from those rose bushes. It's a weird feeling. Here, I saw him before. I don't know if he's like a good friend or just an acquaintance or just knows him as far as the uncle or the family. That's why I don't feel he went home with her and it was all done in a matter of time. I want to go down, not up, so I guess it would be, I think it's south, not north. I keep getting a reference to that. And I got the name Rick or something sounding like Rick again. Also the word lullaby. And when I went to go down, in this reading, I was on the right side of the map, if you're looking at it, unless she's backwards, but, so around where the Denny's that you pass, and he could have also went around as well. This part was kind of confusing, because she was taking me on a map somewhere, but it's kind of different than what I have felt before, so, but I just have to kind of say it as, she shows me. So, the word formal, the word pastel, this is someone that's a bit weird and that no one would expect. He's been waiting for the most opportune time, hearing to pounce like a tiger. Also, if you're going down the map, like I said, it would be, like if you're going down the freeway or whatever, it would be on the right. So I don't think she's in town, like I said, maybe right outside. I wanted to say Millville, so maybe there could be connections there, or it could be past, or it's just... I noticed that some of the cities also have streets that are called that. So maybe Greenwich has to say, I'm confused because of the whole Salem thing, unless I was picking up on something else. Could be another case. Or he has ties there, or you pass it. Or if it's because it's the boarding, the border kind of area, that county. Like I said, I can get where they live or have connections as well, but I want to go down and then over. After you pass Melville, you would turn right and go down in the other way, almost like a circle. So you would head towards Salem County, but the long way around is kind of what I was getting. It could be even that he just works in that area. It's like right after that town, I think, Melville. She was trying to show me on a map in my mind. It was really weird. And the name Acosta came in again. That came in also in Erica. But like right after that, you would go right and go that way. So hear the word Buster, showing me fire and devil. He isn't someone anyone would suspect, like he's charming and acts like he loves kids, but has ulterior motives, which people don't really think about him. I heard the word like Penrose and Pinnacle. My cheek was hot on the right side. That my head hurts. It was weird, but it was like my right cheek, like I had been slapped. I don't know why, but it was only hot in that area. Don't laugh, but I'm not going to talk about that because I figured out where that went. It had something to do with me. So, I see waterfowl and a crane bird. I don't think she's in the national forest, but maybe close to river preserve or something like that, or it's like in the area. But there's something still about a burial ground, and they showed me headstones and a cross again, so it must be important. Her mommy's not, I hear mommy's not involved, but they do know this guy without knowing that they know him, if that makes sense. She just said Tio, so the uncle knows him, or there's a connection there in some way, some kind of acquaintance, but there's a big connection there because it keeps coming through to me, and it keeps coming through to the girls that I have that do EVPs. Now, they don't tell me the EVPs till after I do the reading, and if they have anything that matches, they say it to kind of validate. They also keep getting the name Jesus or Jesus or however you say it. There's a lot of things that they're getting to validate. Also, something came through the EVPs for me after I asked the question about her being passed, and I got basically the answer yes. I won't say exactly what was said because it's kind of the way it was said was sad. So let's see. Let's see, this wasn't really random. He just pounced at the most opportune time. I get the word Rosenberg, color green, again, it shows me Mexican flag, red, white, and green. The name Eduardo again. They aren't even looking, they aren't even going to be looking for her in this area. I still see farmland and trees, so forest, the word pin and May. It's not smart for him to keep her close to where he took her from. He wanted a place he's familiar with, where he doesn't have to rush, so to speak. I hear gunshots, so I wonder if there's a range in the area. I see ducks fly with the shots, and the same vision I had in Cheryl way back when. I hear the laughter, echo, cute laugh. I see sky and clouds. Still having a hard time with the street names. I don't know why, but in my head there was a song, Aruba, Jamaica, Ooh, I Want to Take Ya, to Bermuda, Bahamas. I'm not going to sing it, but you guys know what song it is. Come on, baby, mama, Iargo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to the Kokomo? So that song came in, and there could be a couple of reasons why. It could be talking about Kokomo, it could be talking about Montego Bay, it could be talking about her mom is a baby mama. There could be a lot of reasons that that's coming up. Songs kind of have a lot of meaning sometimes. So that song also came in Delphi, so that's interesting. So I don't know if he switched or they were just looking for the wrong vehicle, but it's white. I kept getting white. Also, they don't have the right, I don't feel they have the right description right. Their description that they're talking about is nothing like I saw. The number 3 and number 7, and I hear the word baby brother, so I don't know why. I hear the words telltale signs, El Capitan again. I wonder if he took the long way or something. Or if she's saying that maybe she's not far from the back of Edward, because I kept seeing that area on the map. And then I noticed that there's Edward there, and then there's another word I got, that other preserve that's out there, the name I got in the first reading, I can't remember the name of it, but they're both of those areas are out that way. But it might not be her, it might be someone else. All I know is she took me that way, or it could be he works in the area or something like that. So, let's see. A random road, dirt road, like I saw. I don't think it has a name, the road that I see. Was getting tired at this point. The color black came in. Griffin, cigarettes. I was shown cigarettes, and then Marlboro. I don't know. I kept getting rutabaga, which is a turnip, so I Googled it. And it put me in this area that I'm talking about. When you go down the road past Melville and you take a right, and there's like the Edward Preserve and the other one, that's where it took me when I put this, so I don't know if that's means anything or not. Also, the word Harold, that's what I was trying to talk about. Harold, there's Harold and Edward over there, which I got. Queen is over there as well. Silver from Maria is over there. I also got it again when I was trying to connect to Susan. Holly is from Erica. That's over there. There are other things, but I keep trying to look at like things I've gotten before in the readings prior, and it always gets, like, every time they mention the name Jesus, I get a reference to horses. I get a reference to like the cowboy stuff and all the stuff I mentioned about him, and farming and stuff. So like a tie to horses, farms, and all that, and drinking, that's all come in, and some has fit and come in the Delphi Auto Rights. I was also shown a lake in Malia. I got a teddy bear in Malia. So, purple loop and flowers in Malia, blue and gold in Malia, was also in Cheryl. Also got letter A way back in Malia and other readings. Reference to B sound in Malia could be Bridgerton. Disney Princesses was in Malia, and there's a picture of her wearing a Disney princess gown. Dulce wearing a princess gown, Disney princess gown. So she did mention that there, and maybe it's because of the similarities in ages, and that this is going to be a big case as to why I got information on her and Malia. Also, runway lights with Malia, that's come in since Cheryl, so it's possible if there's an airplane in the area or an airstrip, because I guess that's coming through in the EVPs as well. Also, in Cheryl, I'm going to be posting the last reading that I did for her, because of I don't even think it's really going to fit her that much. I had a dream about where I think she is, but one of the things was Peekaboo. That was in Cheryl, and there was a headstone with that, and Harold that says Peak. So I don't know if that's what it means, but I also got historical and master plan in Malia. Also, Malia got something about a blanket. So I do know that they did wrap Malia in one when they went and got her to bring her home in, but it can also interconnect, and that might be another reason. So, because I remember I saw in Malia's, like, her jumping up and down watching cartoons. I also got the same thing with Maria, so maybe they have that in common. In Malia, I did get that it was something brutal to do, and so it could actually be this little girl instead of Malia. Also, I got the word pedo in Malia, so it could be she could have been, talking about this. Like I said, I get things prior, and I don't always know what it means until it happens, and then I kind of go back through the reading and say, well, this can fit here. So as well as pain in my chest and a sore throat, closing and talking about bruises, that was all in Malia's, and that could fit here. Another blow to my head and hands around my throat from Malia could all fit here, because although Malia, we did know was a blow to the head, but I don't know anything about the hands around the throat, so that could fit here. But there was a symbolism, or similarities in their cases is why I think. She referenced her reading a lot. So also Malia was 12 and 63. I got a reference to the water and the beach, and Pelican came in hers and Cheryl's, as well as 12 and 63. So that's come in all of them. Pearls and clams. Something else that can fit here from Malia is berries, possible blueberries. The letter R may fit. Also got the name Luis in Malia, and again in Dulce's reading. There's a street called this in the area I was looking at. There was a word like Hector, and I believe that there's a family member named this, or a friend. I was shown it on one of the profiles. So, Lullaby came in Malia, and a lot in Cheryl as well. And again in Dulce's reading, a reference to an island came a lot. It could fit here, or it could be just someone from this area. I know that it's not too far from the beach, and plus if he fishes and stuff, that would make sense. I was shown in Malia Candlelight Visual, which I believe that they did have one, but they did also for this little girl. So again, the interconnect is the similarities in the cases, that people are banding together to find her and support her like they did Malia. Malia was, I know, bigger, but this got really big as well, and a lot of people have been kind of getting together to try to find her. So I think that there's similarities in that as well. They're similar in a lot of different ways, and that's why I think I got information about her back then. So like I said, I got a lot of beach stuff in Malia. It can fit here. It matches the direction we're going, but also, like I said, he may, if he fishes, may fish the ocean or something, or someone connected to him. Color silver came in Malia. There's a silver road, like I said. And Lizzie, the color yellow came in, and Lizzie not so close, and they're in the wrong spot, so that could fit here. Her and Lizzie, again, were kind of the same age, and it involved an uncle on that one, so that might be another interconnect as to why. And also, Lizzie, they were talking about a car and being inside of a car, so that could fit here as well. Also, in the EVPs that I did, I got Laborer Take Me, so that was kind of interesting. And I believe in Cheryl, I got corn stalks, farm animals, horses specifically, and says the word Jesus. That could fit here. Also got some stuff in Cheryl, opens of a Bible, hearing haunted farms and vegetable garden. And then from Eric, Chrysler can fit here. I saw someone connected to the family that's named, who I've been mentioning, that has one. Piggy bank, horses with hooves in the dirt and people riding them. Here, equestrian ranch, ranch hand. Here, west. This could all fit here. I got it from Erica, and like I think that there's interconnect from Erica because of the zoo situation and because of the race. And also Hanky Panky bull riding reminds me of Garth Brooks on the beaches of Cheyenne and the Thunder Rolls. So that could all feel feeling country, like the or the name of a singer. So that could all kind of fit, or just the fact that it's country and western type stuff. So that could all fit here. A reference to water and the growl of a big cat. Like I said, Louise also came in Erica's, as well as Hector again. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I must have put it in here twice. Whereas now, so Louise has now come in 3 times. I don't really know if it's going to be a person or a name of somewhere or something. Energy plant can fit here too. Arturo has come in, could be a name, but it also means devious, tricky, cunning, crafty. In Savannah, I got sea breeze. That could just show direction, or it could be a different case, but the letter T also, and the word vato in Spanish, and banks again in Savannah. The month of September. So Dulce went missing in September, right after this came. Also, in a reading, I saw a girl with pigtails and dresses and connection too. So I've seen her look like this in pictures to validate it. That came in Savannah. Savannah also had 47. And in Savannah, I see that someone works on cars. Also in Savannah, I got an H and an L. And I've gotten an H numerous times. I do also feel that H may fit in Andrea. So that might be also another reason why it's interconnecting Andrea and Savannah, is because there's similarities. So I got Cedarback and Cheryl that could fit in this area that we're looking at. The reference to red also in Savannah, and the color burgundy was also in there, and tree, forest, street names, so that could fit here. Let's see, Black and Delphi, I got checkerboard and popsicle. So Dulce was wearing checkered pants and getting a popsicle. So that was probably, like I said, I think that there's more in Delphi that actually is describing him, and that you will see similarities. Cheryl's who I'm going to do for the interconnect that fits this last one that I did. I did it back in August. She said Captain, my captain, also 227 and 55. And Peachtree can maybe fit here possibly. The word Washington that I got in hers may also fit. And at the very beginning of Cheryl's last reading, like I said, she said Pickaboo. And there's a grave plaque for Harold Peak that kind of says that. So I don't know if that's what they're trying to say or it's for something completely else. So I'm sure there's more, like I said, in Delphi and the other readings, but those are just some things that I feel like can connect, and it's all in the group and screenshots of certain things. And even if you were to go back over the readings, you would see. Sorry, I'm running out of light, and we did run out of electricity. So anyways, that's all I have for the second reading. I'm sorry if it was confusing. You can see all of this in the group, the Psychic Sleuth podcast. I will not add you if you do not answer the questions. So that's all for her second reading. If you would like to reach me for validation or anything like that, I'm doing fair donation, private readings right now. GentleHeartReadings@hotmail.com or thepsychicsleuth@gmail.com. And I'll see you then. I'm about to do a video on the third reading, so keep an eye out.